Man. All right, well, the weather's nice out here. The weather's fairly decent. I think I'll give it a try. Looks like the river's flooded. But, yeah, you never know. I'll give it a shot. Let's get our stuff together and get out of here. All right, well, shoot. Oh, boy. Water level's up, so we should be able to find some fish. There should be some more fish that moved in since last week. So, give it a shot. I came down here to actually clean up from the windstorm, branches and leaves and whatnot. And I looked at the weather forecast, and it looks like we have a window of opportunity. So there should not be any more rain, or it's like a 15 or 18% chance of rain for the rest of the day. So I decided to go ahead and go fishing instead of work, you know, as far as cleanup goes. So I'm going to go out there and launch the boat, hook up the deer to the front of the boat, launch the boat, and go out there and see if I can't find a fish. Okay, well, I think we're ready to go. Thank you for starting, baby. So, as you might be able to tell, the river is out, way out. I mean, it was, last time I was here, the river was flowing at 3,610 cubic feet per second. Now it is flowing at 9,910, I believe. So this means way faster current, heavier weight, but it should also mean more fish. So we're gonna see. I've got a heavier weight on here than normal because of the drift. And lucky me, I am here by myself. Oh man, can't beat that. What did I do, leave my bilge pump on? Yep. But I was wondering what was making that humming sound. Ooh, why did it do that? It's floating awful fast. Why is it floating so fast? Oh, that's why it had a stick on there. Here's that crazy tree that I ran into last time. I'm gonna do it again. Oh, come on. Ah, crap. Oh. Oh, no. Get off of there. Oh, no. Oh, I'm wrapped around that limb. Come on. There we go. Oh, my goodness. I'm going to come down here with my chainsaw and cut that thing. Probably get in trouble for that. Okay, this is drift 2. Drift number 2, this time with a combination of the old eggs and my new eggs. See if they help. All right. Here we go. See if those new eggs will milk out and lend assistance to my old eggs. Try to avoid that tree again. My nemesis. It's just awkward for me to fish on this side and control the boat with the motor with my right hand. That's why I generally don't fish on this side of the boat, but got a good drift. Now I did see a couple of fish, well actually a couple of fish roll in the slough here, and I also seen one jump the coho clean out of the water. And so one more drift, bobber dogging, and then I'm going to go in there and throw some jigs, see if we can't rile something up in there. Definitely a nicer drift on this side of the river, less current. And who knows, maybe those fish want to come over here and get out of that fast water, you know, that's over here. If I was a fish, that's what I'd do. Of course, if I was a fish, I'd be dead a long time ago. I would never make it because I like to eat. I'd eat everything I could see. This is drift number 3. Yeah, everything happens really fast on the river when the water's this high. You have to be careful. You have to be ready. Okay, here we go. I can get back out there. Fish this side. All right. Got to get the boat out into the current so I can fish this little softer water here. Here. Oh, geez. Come on, Gene. Oh, I just threw my eggs off. I didn't open my bailing arm. Darn it. Look at that. Threw my eggs off. It just goes to show you, even after decades of experience, you can still make simple mistakes. I didn't open up my bailing arm and I threw that egg cluster just clean off. Man. Okay, here we go. Let's not try to do that again. I'll try not to do that again, rather. Get my English right. I do know how to communicate properly, I believe. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Come on, baby. Oh, I think it's deep enough. I think it's deep enough. Oh, we made it. We are here at the slough down from the barrier dam. The water is 9,910 cubic feet per second right now, according to the web. But anyway, it's pretty fast out there. Hard to fish it, as far as bobber dogging anyway. So what I'm going to do is I've seen like 5 or 6 fish jump up here in the slough already. So I'm going to try to twitch some jigs, throw some spinners, toss some spoons, wiggle warts. We'll see if we can get one of these here to play. Let's start off with the Old Faithful. My rods are all... Oh man, my rods are all messed up. Well, let me organize myself first so I don't have complete pandemonium when I catch a fish, which will happen, right? It will happen. I'm gonna float some eggs too, may as well. Look at that rod there. Okay, so twitching rod. See, there goes another fish right there. Oh man, I'm gonna drift away. Okay, I'm gonna start with this black jig that's on here, and we're gonna start here on this seam this way, work our way around in here and all the way across. And I think what I'll do is I'll come up with some kind of a plan. I'm gonna twitch the black jig from the right to the left, then the left to the right, 5 casts, and then I'm going to switch the jig to a different color, and we'll use that as some kind of a, you know, what do you want to call it? Oh, I gotta tighten my drag. Okay, there we go. We use that as our method to dissect this twitching jiggies. This one is a black 3/8 ounce arrow jig. I like these jigs. Years ago I bought a bunch of them. They were on sale, so oh, look at that. Fish just came up right there. Let's go see if we can entice them. Maybe we can draw them over. Come on. Oh, there's a fish right there. Oh, see, that's what I'm talking about. There's fish in here. So why would I be floating around out there on the river when I know that there's fish in here? Now, I've been in here before where it was just fish after fish after fish, nice chromers. But you know, it doesn't happen all the time, and it hasn't happened for a long time. But hey, you never know when all hell's gonna break loose, right? You just never know. But I do know one thing. Can't catch fish if you're not here. So much for my plan. I see a fish over there and I got to cast over to him. So much for my, 5 casts this way, 5 casts that way rule that I just made up, that I just broke. But, oh well. Yeah, I just seen another fish over there. Okay, I gotta ignore the fish that are jumping and rolling and just stick to my previous plan. That's all messed up already. The slight chance of rain turned into 100%. I don't think the Weather Channel knew what they were talking about. Look at this. It's miserable out here again. I thought we were going to have a few hours of no rain. So I'm just going to toss this thing around for a little bit and get the heck out of here. This is ridiculous. Right here in the rainstorm. Oh, I'm not going to get the other camera turned on because it's not a waterproof camera, but here we go. We got a fish. Oh yeah. Come on. Where's he going? Ooh, yes, look at that. Look at that. Twitching jig right in the face. Right in the face. Come on, let's get off the boat and land. Oh, shoot. Oh, no. Oh, no. Let's land him this way in the grass. Oh, come on. Come this way, baby. He wants to go to the boat. He likes the boat. Oh, look at that beautiful fish. Come on. Oh, I'm glad I came down here. I'm glad I came down here. So if we can get him up, come on. Come on. There he is. Oh, there it goes. Okay, he wants to go that way. This is a hatchery buck. That chartreuse jig did it. Okay, here we go. Come on. I mean, I'm sorry, it's not a hatchery, it's a wild. It's got an adipose fin. So we can't keep it. We can't keep it, but we can get it up here. Oh, look at that. Look at that thing. Isn't that a beautiful fish? Oh my goodness. Look at that. That is a beautiful buck. Look at her or him. Jig right in the corner of the mouth. Oh, look at that thing. Wow. Okay. Look at that, right in the face too. Right there, right in the face. Look at that beautiful fish. Look at that thing. Isn't that beautiful? Let's let her go. Or let him go. Well, that was fun, wasn't it? And look at this. We have clear skies coming. I just might stay here a little bit longer. Man, that was fun. I just caught and released a non-hatchery. I just caught and released a non-hatchery fish on this guy right here, twitching jigs. And that was fun. So and we have blue skies. Look at this. We have blue skies out here now above us. And my spirits are high. And I believe I'm going to catch another fish. So I'm going to stay here for a while. I was gonna wimp out when it started raining, but now I'm going to stay here because there's got to be another fish out there. Okay, I'm going to make one more cast here with this jig, and then I'm going to float some eggs through this spot too. Give the water a little bit of time to rest for me stirring it up with this jig. I did see a couple more fish roll since I caught that last one, and I've made 3 other casts since releasing that fish. So I'm gonna see if I can catch fish on this cast here and then switch to some eggs, see if they want some eggs. And this is how I fish this spot. I've been fishing this spot for, well, let me think about this. We've had our property on this river, what is that, since the late 60s. Okay, it was gone. I've been fishing this hole since I was a kid. What is this? Oh, bottom. Okay, so it's shallow right there, and I have it set really deep. That's why that happened. So let's put another egg on here. I'm going to leave that same depth because I want to fish that depth. I just need to fish it in a couple of different areas. But anyway, like I was saying, I've been fishing this river since I was a kid. That was a long time ago, fellas. But as I was saying, I used to come down here when I was a kid. Used to come down here and hunt and fish. And of course, this was back in the 70s and 80s, and even up to the 90s. I used to come down here, and I wouldn't see anybody. I mean, there was virtually nobody here, and I could fish all day long, not see another person. I could hunt all day long, not see another person. There was nobody living down here whatsoever. My dad was the first person to buy property down here, yeah, back then it was just a completely different ball game. I mean, there was way more fish in the river. Tacoma Power wasn't so hell-bent on producing energy, so they managed the river a lot better. There was far more fish. They released a lot more steelhead, a couple different types of runs, with the steelhead. So back then, there was a lot of fish in the river and not that many people. Now there's a lot of people and not as many fish. And so anymore, when I come down here, I'm just happy to catch a fish. If I catch 4 or 5, that's great. And I do have pictures from the old days, where there's just fish lined up. Me and my boys would just knock them dead because there was just so many fish in the river. Not that we were great fishermen. And like I've said before, it's not that you're a great fisherman. It's because there's a lot of fish and you're here when the fish are here. And that's when you usually catch them at a higher rate. What is this? Oh, snag. All right. So anyway, that's neither here nor there. That's just the history of fishing. Puget Sound was the same way. When I was a kid, we used to fish in Puget Sound. And the slag pile at the Point Defiance launch My dad actually worked for a Sarco, and that's a completely different story. But anyway, we used to just catch all kinds of fish. There was salmon, bottom fish, all kinds of cod, true cod, ling cod, halibut. Everything was right there in Puget Sound. Now there's nothing, and so I don't even bother to fish it anymore. I just try to focus on the ocean because the ocean has a lot of fish, and of course this beautiful river because I live here. So okay, so back to the twitching jig, because this is the one that produced the last time. So let's make a few casts in here along the edge and see if we can't twitch up another fish. All right, let's get out of this spot. Head downriver. Don't try that at home. I'm a trained professional. So we are gonna, now it's way different than it was last time I was here because there's water. We didn't have a lot of water last time, but we got more water this time, and this place here tends to hold a lot of fish when the fish are here. Number one, obviously that makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? And when there's more water. So last time we were here, there was only 3610 as far as cubic feet per second. Now there's almost 10,000. So I haven't seen a fish roll here yet, but that doesn't mean anything. Let's see what we can do. There's gotta be fish here. Gotta be. I think I'm gonna start over here. Okay. Gotta be, right? Gotta be fish. Oh yeah, come on. Come on. Catch another fish in the face. Of course, that really is the only place to catch them, isn't it? Let it sink a bit. That's been a bit, right? Come on. Well, I think I'm going to change from this guy here to this one here. Well, I think I'm going to get out of the boat, get into a different position, and see if I can't change the angle here. See if that might improve our chances. Oh man, might open us up to some different waters too. Because now that the water is up, I can actually fish over here. And I have caught fish in this other smaller area. So let's start over here. See if we can't twitch up a fish over here. Okay. Look at all the garbage that is floating in here. It's terrible. Oh, fish right there. Oh my God, look at that. Look at that. Oh, beautiful. Come on, baby. Oh, oh, oh my God, it came off. Did you see that? Oh. Oh, it came out from underneath that grass right there. Oh, that is heartbreaking. Whew. Let's see if we can do that again. Maybe his buddy's over there. Maybe his buddy is over there. Come on. I ran back upriver, and I can't help but fish this spot when I'm going back up to my place. I can't help but do it. So Okay, but I did move down about 50 feet from where I was last time. So let's see if we can catch a fish here. Okay, I'm gonna quit. I'm gonna be a quitter again. My shoulder started to act up again. Okay, well, gonna call it quits. Oh man, okay. Calling it quits. So we actually had a pretty good trip, but I'm gonna quit. I'm gonna be a quitter. Managed to catch 2 fish, released one, excuse me, lost the other. That, the one I lost is the one I wish I would have caught. It was a smaller fish, but it was a hen. But nonetheless, it was a good trip. I'm glad I decided. I think I swallowed a bug. Good trip, and I'm glad I decided to fish instead of just work. So, until next time. Tight lines.